All right, we are in Halifax Harbor and we got our boat and we are getting ready to head out. We're going slow like a pro. I want you to look at this one here, okay? I don't know the size of it, but it definitely looks like a Hatteras. Maybe like a 45, I think. She is gorgeous. That's what we're looking for. Okay, we are in the Intercoastal Way on our very first solo in the Intercoastal Way. Hang on. All right, take two. So we are on the Intercoastal Way on our very first solo. We are roughly about 3,700 RPM. The water condition is weird because we're going with the current, so we're traveling a lot faster than it feels, and it's kind of nice in a way, but in a way it's also a little unsettling because I'm not sure how much we actually are, controlling our speed. I know it sounds kind of silly, but for a noob, it's kind of something important, We're also on a VR6 today, which is our very first bow rider, and we are doing. Our plan is to head south along the Intercoastal Way, heading towards Ponce Inlet, and we want to have lunch at Ponce Inlet, and then we're gonna come back north, back to the marina. We have the boat all day, so this should be fairly nice. As it stands right now, like I said, we're just traveling north. I'm gonna pass the camera over to Christina so she can get some shots.
I'm kind of enjoying the rough water.
Alright, so we're actually playing on the water now, hitting a lot of waves. So we're approaching Seabreeze Bridge. Oh. Christina's just having the time of her life. This is a big point for us because this is a speed reduction zone. We're currently doing about 19 miles per hour, 4,500 RPMs. Slow speed, minimum weight. Just like that. Okay, I pulled it back a little too far. Here, take the camera. Thanks.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Yeah, he accidentally stopped us dead in the water.
Well, it wasn't dead in the water.
It was absolutely dead in the water.
We're still about 8 miles an hour. We just need to make sure we're not going
Yeah.
minimum weight, sorry.
Minimum wake. There's no way we're gonna be able to go under this with no wake. Not with the water conditions the way they are.
Yeah.
Because we've got to fight the current. Look at those birds. I think it is. One of these islands over here is Bird Island. Yeah. So you're not allowed anywhere near those islands during a certain time of the year so that the birds can nest.
Hey, do me a favor so that we don't... All right, so we just did our very first solo head-on crossing, and follow the rules. Each boat was the giveaway boat. I slowed down to control my wake. They did the same. It's nice to be out here boating when everybody is following the same rules. To just give you an idea, look at that. I can't tell you how much I do not regret picking the Freedom Boat Club as a way to learn these necessary skills. Their members, their teachers, their dock hands are a wealth of information that I'm so grateful that I made this decision. A lot of times people will buy a boat, get on the water, and not know what the hell they're doing. And unfortunately, you know, the state of Florida doesn't regulate that. And, you know, I don't know the statistics, but I do know that the people in my boat are some of the most important in my life. And I do not want anybody to get hurt. So I'm grateful that I have access to these resources and this knowledge. So just a heads up. I mean, our solo trip is going great. We've been on the water for about maybe 30-45 minutes, and we're just having fun. I'm gonna pass the camera over to Christina.
There is one channel marker. I think red is sea and green is land. There's the green one right there. So stay in the channel markers unless you want to do something dumb like beach your boat. And then, I mean, it's your you're going to be the one to pay the price for that. Get it on. This is the head on. That's a sailboat, though. I can't tell if they're the power or not. Yeah. We're outside the channel, aren't we? Alright, so we are overtaking the sailboat. They're traveling a little slower than we are. So when you overtake a boat, you pass on their port or their left side. And their job is to maintain their speed and course. It's our job to make sure that we get around them safely without causing damage to their boat, our boat, or any other boats that might be in the area. Pretty sailboat. They're from San Diego, wow. Yeah. So these are more sailboats. These guys are anchored. I think they're actually anchored just outside of the channel, and their boat is kind of getting pushed into it because of the current. But we slow down when we're passing these boats so we don't hit them with our wake, because we are responsible for the wake that our boat creates. So if our wake hits another boat and causes damage, we're responsible for paying for the damage to that other boat. Crab pot. I don't know if you guys can see it, but those are all over the place in the ICW. Don't hit those. It's not fun for the crab fishers. It's not fun for the boaters. Just avoid those. in the ICW.
Hey, New Smyrna.
We're in New Smyrna.
Smyrna Beach.
Oh wow. Well, there's New Smyrna. We started in Daytona.
Huh?
Is New Smyrna part of Daytona?
Yeah, we missed our mark.
We did?
I think so. Because we're in New Smyrna.
Oops. Well, I guess we gotta turn around and fight our way back to the Ponce Inlet.
There's a rock house cut or CR. I'm not sure what that means.
I'm not sure either. Oh, look at that plane. That's cool.
Say again?
I said, oh, look at that plane. That's cool.
The fact that there's no boats on the water except for like a few, and I'm allowed to like enjoy learning without a bunch of traffic on the water is nice. By the time summer rolls around and we're on the water much more often, then I'm gonna have more confidence.
Yep, and we'll have little dude on the boat more often than not, too.
Yeah, because it'll be summer.
Yeah. And maybe occasionally a Dustin, Lily, and a Talia along.
Absolutely. I still gotta pee.
You should have peed before we left the dock. It even says that in the videos. You goof.
All right, so we have docked. It was interesting to say the least. So it was our first solo docking. Getting out here was nerve-wracking. Okay, absolutely nerve-wracking. And see all that brownish water? Yeah, that's shallow, and it was very, very frustrating, you know, to navigate through. But we managed to dock with a little bit of complication, you know. But ultimately, we had, you know, we did manage to get her docked and tied up. She looks good, you know. I don't think Captain Chris would be, or Captain Charles would be very happy with us, you know, in our debacle to dock. But, you know, the boat is still floating, and that's a victory for us. So anyway, we are at Hidden Treasure. All right, so here's what's going on. So we had to call the dock hands and get some information about how to get out of here without running into that nonsense. Okay, So if you see that pontoon boat over there, yeah, he drafts a lot less than we do. So we have this big old Mercury engine that drafts around 2 feet, I guess. Anyway, so it was hairy getting around, but we were told that if we follow those white PVCs kind of around the bend there, that we should be able to get out of here okay. And they got a good chuckle out of my not so stellar docking. It was ridiculous. So ultimately, I got to tell you guys how we managed to pull this off. So if you look, the current is coming towards me, okay? And when we ended up coming in, I don't know how it happened, but we ended up cocking the boat to the nose, pointed over there, and I just shut the engine off and said, we're gonna let the current work for us. And sure enough, the current brought the boat right into the dock and we tied off, you know, our first solo tie off. And it wasn't beautiful. I'm pretty sure Captain Charles will be like, oh my God, you know, sorry, Captain Charles, we're still learning, you know. But, you know, we got our cleats, we got our bumpers. So I'm kind of happy with this, you know. But again, not bad for a solo, and we're still working on it. So, all right, take care. All right, so we are saying goodbye to Hidden Treasure out here at Ponce Inlet. We are getting ready to get back on the boat and head north up the ICW, back towards Daytona, and we're going to continue to practice and learn as we go, and hopefully not sink the boat or at least get hit on sandbars. But before we go anywhere, I want to show you guys something, okay? You see that nonsense? See that?
I can handle the line.
Look at that. That's what I was fighting because I didn't know what I was doing. Those white PVCs, that's the channel coming in here. So yeah, no kidding. That's lesson learned. Definitely lesson learned. this time we actually like intersected with the channel, followed it around to the New Smyrna side, and am now heading back towards Halifax. I kind of want to show you guys what we ran into and where I made my mistake. So right now, this is New Smyrna. We are in the ICW channel. And so there was like a caution. See that little caution symbol ahead of us? So that kind of made me panic. And what I ended up doing was I turned into that canal there, thinking that I could avoid whatever caution the Simrad was telling me. And that's where I ran into problems, was in that little channel right there, that little Rock House Creek. And that was interesting. It looks deep, but it's not as deep as it looks. Oh, did you see the dolphin? So, but yeah, that's where we ran into problems, right over there by that sign out there. It's getting a little windy and a little choppy, and we're definitely having a good time with this. So yeah, we should make it back to Halifax in about an hour or so. All right, you see that girl right there? That's the kind of boat I want right there. There's another one just like her. They look gorgeous.
I love the name on the back of this one, Stress Relief.
I know, right? Stress Relief looks beautiful too. I mean, that's a yacht fisher or a sport fisherman. That's not really kind of the boat I'm looking for.
I just like
There's a catamaran right there, which I'm definitely not interested in that kind of boat. That is way too big. I'm sure she's stable as hell, but still way too big. And then there's another big old cat behind her, power cat. No, that's the kind of boat I want. That slate boat. Like I said, I wish there was a way we could look these things up to know what kind of boats they are. It looks like a Hatteras. I swear to God, it looks like a Hatteras. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments. That looks like a Hatteras. I'm in Southern Comfort's a power cat. Okay, enough playing with